Alright, the HSS, and currently plugged in, going direct right now. Nothing because we are on the tuner. Alright, a little more on the dry side now. Kill the chorus. Alright, now we want to get rid of all the speaker cabinets here, and we want to go with the aux. So now you have both amps sharing the one cabinet here in the aux, of course in stereo. Alright, so the guitar comes in, and then of course it's going to go directly to the tuner, from the tuner to the first Red C, which is the wet dry blend, and then of course that is the output of that. One of them of course comes over here and hits the compressor. And so that was the Scream Overdrive, so theoretically similar to a tube screamer, if you will. But so the guitar comes in, hits the compressor, and then from the compressor we go into the Zio analog front end boost plus buffer type pedal. Currently have it set to the JFET. I really like that with amp pedals. And then from the Zio we go into the Gigrig Quartermaster 6, which then, as labeled, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have them labeled in here. I've got 1 as the boost, 2 as the DRV or RAT, okay, 3 as the preamp pedal, which is, sorry, I got my guitar in lap here, right here, the Benson preamp, okay, the boost, the RAT, okay, and then the preamp, 3, Hot cake, which you probably can't see in the camera, which is up here, mounted on the bottom side of the board. And then the Scream Overdrive, which is mounted right next to the hot cake. And of course, number 6, the phaser. All right. So that was playing through the Ruby, the Dream, and using the Ox Stomp. That was a fun little deity. Playing the HSS style, Strat style guitar. And this is going direct in out of the Pinstripe Pedals Daiso Plus Deluxe. And so this board is going to offer you a great recording, or if you want to play a single tube amp or stereo tube amp or any amp for that matter, out of the right side here you can go left out, a 1/4 inch left out, 1/4 inch right, and I'll show you how that works as well. I can what we'll do is I'll plug in the amplifier. I'll just do a mono, so I'm going to come out the left. All right, and then I will go over to my tube amp that's sitting right here next to me. Get that turned on. So what I'm going to do at this point is I will mute everything on the mixer. All right, so there's nothing coming out of the PA. So nothing coming out of the PA, and our amplifier should be warmed up by now. All right, so now we would be coming out of the left, and because we already have an amplifier, we don't need the digital amplifiers up here, so we could turn these off. And because I didn't pick any cabinets, I don't have to worry about turning those off. All right, I'm coming out of the left, so I'm gonna just roll the amp blend over to the left so that all the signal is passing through here, going directly out of the left into the left channel over here. Naturally, if you're going into the right, you could just switch it to the right, or put it in the middle. Your wet dry blend will still work. You can hear. So you find the mix you want with your wet and your dry. In the wet dry blend, of course, I'm just coming out of the Pedalboard into my Amplified Nation Steel String Sultan. It's a combo 1x12. Again, everything still works as you would be if you were going direct in. I've just got the mixer muted right now, so anything you're hearing will be on the camera microphone that I have mounted there for the room. And your compressor and preamp is all before the Quartermaster. Everything still works the same. You have your 1 through 6 here. 1 is your boost. And I've got these numbered here. Number 1, number 2 is the DRV. Okay, 3 is the preamp, which is underneath here. Open this guy up here. I got my guitar in my lap, sorry. Okay, and number 3 is our preamp right here. Number 4 is the hot cake up here. And next to that is the Scream Overdrive. That was a horrible chord. Okay, and then our phaser up here on 6. The flanger is coming after the Quartermaster, okay? And our chorus is in the wet side of things. It comes out of the signal comes out of the Red Sea, wet dry blend, goes chorus, nemesis delay, then the Ventris dual reverb. Fully wet. All right. And you can hear how everything just sounds like you're plugged directly into the front of the amp. All the buffers, everything is working beautifully in here. The Pinstripe Pedals has the transformer that's built in there, so once we go DI, you get a more realistic amp sound coming from the pedal board. All right, let's bypass the combo amp on the side now, and we will go back to direct. So we'll turn on our amplifiers and our cabinet emulation. Let me unmute the mixer. And now we, in theory, should be going direct out now. All right. Cool. So, all right, that is the breakdown of this pedal board. It's quite simple to get your sounds. I've added some different labels here to make things a little bit more understandable. Up here, of course, this is the amp blend, and on the left we have the Dream and the Woodrow. So you pick what amplifier you want. Let's turn off the Dream, turn on the Woodrow. Let's get rid of some of that. All right, get rid of that, turn on the Woodrow. Let's blend some more. Turn on the Lion and the Woodrow. Now that's just the Lion. This is just the Woodrow. And this is both of them. Probably my all-time favorite is, for amp blends, is the Dream and the Ruby. I really like that together. So hopefully this helps give you an idea of the layout of the board. Underneath here I've got labeled on the back of the board your powers as far as what pedals are being powered and where. The DC7, it gives the breakdown, of course, 1, 2, 3, 4, and with each respected pedal is to being powered off of that number in that brick. And then also the, I'm calling it the DC4 just because, you know, DC7 here. And everything is wrote down here. Everything comes in beautifully, lays flat, nothing is slammed on top of anything. There's plenty of room. Well, it's tight, but yeah, I was able to get it to work. You can see here, like, our hinge comes up right directly in between here. That was the only way I could get this to fit in here, but extremely happy with how this turned out. There is an external power on the side of the pedal board here, so when it's, of course, opened up for the gig and ready to play or in the studio, what have you, on the side you will have a power jack for, you know, if you wanted to utilize the audition loop on the side here and play with certain pedals in the mix to C. And our audition loop, all right, yeah, it comes out of the red C back into here. Okay, so yes, as I suspected, the audition loop is after the drives and the quartermaster and the flanger and before the chorus, delay, and reverb pedals. So that way you have a lot more options with you know, the audition loop and being able to play different pedals and whatnot. Modulation or more drive pedals if that be the case. And then, of course, if you want to stack a wah or a fuzz, you put that in front of your guitar coming into the side here so that your impedance doesn't get messed up. And you will, of course, have the external power there to power up whatever pedal you have there. And the standard IEC cable on the other side to power the whole board itself. And yes, this was definitely in my dreams for quite some time, getting this together. So any questions, just leave them in the video down below, or certainly if you're on Reverb, just shoot me a message there, and I'll try to answer whatever I can. But this board would offer you a plethora of tones, either direct in, or if you're utilizing amplifiers outside of it. The board is fully capable of that, and a lot of fun. So hope you get as much enjoyment out of this as I have. Thank you.